Hey guys, this is Elena, and today I'm going to be taking you through the town of Ojochal. So Ojochal is in the southern Pacific zone of Costa Rica. It's in the area kind of known as the Costa Ballena. You have like Dominical, Uvita, and then the next larger town down is Ojochal. But when I say larger, not a very large town, but very beautiful. So let's check it out and see what it looks like. So when I do talk about towns, I like to kind of relay the important points of distance to medical, distance to airport, access to amenities, kind of what you could expect there, what kind of community is there, the climate. So in terms of distance to the airport, Ojochal is about 4 hours 30 minutes, 4 hours and 20 minutes from San Jose International Airport. That would be without traffic. Distance to medical, there is actually a medical clinic there in Ojochal. So if you need to see a doctor, that's possible. There's a pharmacy, which is great. There's other doctor's offices in Uvita, dentist, which is just 15 minutes north from Ojochal, so that's great. But if you are looking for something a bit bigger and more substantial, there is a public hospital south of Ojochal, I would say less than 30 minutes away. There is a public hospital, more north towards in Capos, which would be like 50 minutes away. And then, there is a private hospital in San Isidro. That would be about over an hour away as well. So they do have a private, there's a private hospital in San Isidro too. And in terms of climate, it is down by the beach. So you could expect Ojochal to be a bit, it's still going to be that warm beach climate. But, there are a lot of these mountain roads that a lot of people would like to go live in houses up the mountains. So if you can get at a higher elevation, you definitely can live in the Ojochal area or, here in the southern zone, but just be elevated and be a bit cooler. I do still find it to be very fresh down here. It's very humid. There's a lot of jungle, which is awesome, which is very lovely. In terms of community, I think the community down in this zone is great. Like a lot of people from Ojochal, Uvita, Dominical, up the mountains from there. Everyone's kind of connected and seems to kind of know each other. So that's really nice. Everyone does likes to get together. I definitely see a lot of a health and wellness crowd kind of attracted to this area. And, overall, I think it's just a beautiful place to live. Ojochal may be a good fit for someone who likes to be a bit out of the way, but still close to, the major things that you need. But, you just like to be out in nature, you're laid back, you maybe like to hit the beach, go for hikes, and just kind of have a simple lifestyle. I think that's something that would be a better fit for this area, just in the southern zone in general. There are plenty of nature and natural things to do, but if you're someone who likes to go into the city and be close to all these amenities and have everything at your fingertips, then that's something that you're not always going to find down here. It's also in Ojochal, it's nice if you can have a 4x4, that will expand your housing options, even just for the southern zone in general. I'm not saying that everyone who moves to this area must have a car or they won't be able to survive. Of course you can survive, you just have to be very mindful of where you do decide to rent or live. But yeah, Ojochal, your options will definitely be better if you do have a car and if you have a 4x4, because there's a lot of dirt roads, lots to explore. There's some great, there's a waterfall, El Pavon, lots of little rivers, and like I said, hiking, creeks, beaches, there's a lot here. So definitely a lot to explore. And, you have access to the Osa Peninsula and just really everything that the area has to offer. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video about Ojochal. Okay, so this is the entrance of Ojochal. I just turned off this main highway, left. There's a big hardware store up there. Ojochal is not a very large town, but it has a lot of jungle. It's very peaceful. It's actually known for a lot of French people live here. There's a little plaza. I think there's there's a little French bakery over there. There's a little bit of everything. I'm just gonna peek in here. It's like I guess a French deli. It's got lots of meats and cheeses, juices, wine selection, some snacks, some health things, natural soaps, artisanal handmade things. Super cute. And then this is a restaurant. It's not open right now, but it's called Citrus. This is pretty popular here. Their food's really great. This little plaza has nature real estate, a Belgian beer bar, a pool. I'm just joking, that's not a pool. But this little outdoor seating area, so this is kind of nice. And a little dog. Hi, are you the guard dog? Are you the guard doggy? You're adorable. I'm just here to take a video. Don't mind me. A beauty center. Beautiful. Medical center. So there is a medical center here in our Ojochal, which is awesome, and a pharmacy. So this is a nice pharmacy. So Ojochal does not have like a large grocery store. It does have a smaller grocery store, but if you need to go to a larger grocery store or something like that, then you can actually just drive 20 minutes north and be in Avita. So that's really convenient. But you do kind of have this little thing here if you need something, but then there are also other grocery stores as well. But let's go see the rest of the town. All right, so we're going to continue on our way through Ojochal. Ojochal has a lot of jungle. It's nice for walking and hiking. There's, well, a creek over there, but you know, there are rivers back in these areas. Lots of these little side roads. So, you know, all these little side roads have maybe hotels and properties and homes, and we're not going to go down each of them, but definitely lots of nature. You know, if you like nature, if you like being outdoors, if you don't mind driving, let's say 20 minutes to go to Avita, or, you know, the beaches, there are 2 beaches down here, which you'll see here in just a bit as well. You know, if you just like a nice quiet lifestyle, then I think Ojochal could be a nice fit. It is about, you know, 4 hours and 20 minutes away from the San Jose International Airport, so that's something to know. Ciudad Cortez is south of here, and there's a public hospital down there. Football field, so most towns in Costa Rica have a soccer field. Some people say they don't mind, but then once they experience it, they're like, ooh, I don't know. You can start seeing, you probably can't see, but there I see some houses kind of sprinkled up in those mountain hills. So if you like a cooler elevation and you like this area, it is possible. There are expats who live here, but still many Ticos as well, which is awesome. So it's kind of a mixed community here. But very laid back, you know, very nice laid back place. What's this guy doing? This is like a little side road. So this is an example of a side road. I do see some houses down there, houses up in the hills. So, you know, there's a lot to Ojochal that you're not going to see in this video. You know, as always, I do recommend if you can come see places in person, or always try out living there first. And that's great. But it is more spread out. You know, the property sizes seem to be bigger. It's like you can still have your privacy and not be right up against your neighbor, which a lot of people like, but then you're still close to to other people as well. So it's kind of a nice little combination, and I would say it's that way in a lot of most of the southern zones, so not just here.
show you what it all looks like on the inside. It's these little wooden houses, and they're absolutely adorable. It's the reception, and it's right next to one of these main plazas here in Ojochal. Just nice. The location was great. It's very quiet, and yeah, you have these wooden structures. It was amazing. You're just like totally surrounded by jungle. I'll show you what it looks like on the inside. Hotel is called Hotel Tangara. Amazing. Loved it. Lots of nature. I will say if you're not in the best physical shape, the steps to go from the first floor up to where the bedroom is are pretty steep. So if you wake up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, just be careful. Yeah, let's go see. And yeah, so loved it here. We'll have the link to this place in the description. Okay, and once you leave Ojochal, you hang a right, make the first left. You can see both entrances from each other. And then you can come down and find Playa Tortuga. So let's go find out what Playa Tortuga looks like. Alright, this is Playa Tortuga. So this is the closest beach to Ojochal. Okay, this is definitely an interesting beach. I have not seen one that looks like this before. It's nice. Little rainbow family over here playing. Hanging out for the day. It's Sunday. So we're in the rainy season right now, which is why you might see a lot of brush and things that the river brings out to the coastline. You know, when we have heavy storms, all that stuff falls into the river and comes out to the ocean. You'll see that a lot where there's a big river, where there's a river mouth by the ocean. It kind of washes everything down. And this is a beach where turtles come and lay their eggs, so that's why it's called Playa Tortuga. This is the entrance to Playa Ventanas. So this beach is well about less than 5 minutes from the main entrance of the beach. Ojochal. This beach is about, the entrance to this beach is about 5 minutes from the entrance of Ojochal. Probably less. Definitely less. It's a little bit of a longer road to get down, so better with car. Teeny little creek crossing here. So this is Playa Ventanas. I do like this beach a lot. You do have to pay 2,000 colones to come into the beach, which is less than $4, but it's a parking lot. You don't have to worry about coconuts falling on your car because they have cut them down. And yeah, it's a really awesome little beach. So I'm going to show you guys around. So this would be one that's also very close to Ojochal. It's called Playa Ventanas, which means windows. And they have these really cool caves, so during low tide you can go in. So I'll show you what those look like as well. Sunday again, so lots of people down here. These things are so cool. Let's go inside. Well, that's it for today's tour. So thank you for joining me. And remember, we do help people move to Costa Rica. And part of that is helping people decide what area might be a good fit for them. So if you're not sure, or if you know that you're moving, feel free to go over to my website and book a call, and we can chat about your move and chat about some questions that you have. Thanks. See you next time.